name's Robin, and I'm trying to raise enough money to hike the Pacific Crest Trail and to create a photo blog and book about my experience. This short video will tell you a little bit about the trail, myself, and my goals. The Pacific Crest Trail, or PCT, is about 2,600 miles long, running from the Mexican border to the Canadian border through California, Oregon, and Washington. It crosses through 7 national parks and 25 national forests. The terrain is diverse, from dry desert to temperate forests, to alpine meadows to snowy mountain passes. Its average elevation is about 6,000 feet, with some sections above 12,000, and in some places, hikers go more than 100 miles without crossing a road. This makes for a very high and remote experience. Recently, the PCT has been popularized by Cheryl Strayed in the book and movie Wild, where Strayed hikes about 1,000 miles through California and Oregon. I'm planning to hike the whole trail in about 4.5 months, from mid-April to August of 2016. It will be the greatest journey I've ever done, and I can't wait. As for my personal background, I mainly grew up in central Ohio. There aren't a lot of mountains there, which may be why I always found them so special and eventually became so addicted to them. In my teens, I spent many summers camping and hiking at a boys' camp in southern Maine, and eventually completed a month-long outdoor leadership course in the Rocky Mountains. After graduating high school, I moved to Vermont, where I got a BA in psychology at Middlebury College and went hiking more often. I also minored in Mandarin Chinese. After doing a year of social work in Vermont, I moved to Taiwan to keep on working on my language skills. There, I began leading hikes of 5 to 15 people on my own. In 2012, I moved back to North America to attend graduate school, but before I did, I spent about 4 months hiking the Appalachian Trail on the east coast of the United States from start to finish. For graduate school, I chose the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada, a place where I could both further my research interests in psychology and Asian studies and lead day hikes in some of the most beautiful and accessible mountains in the world. My master's degree is now almost complete, and in January I will move to Halifax, Nova Scotia to stay with my girlfriend, and most likely pursue a PhD. Before I get too settled there, though, I'll return west to through hike the PCT. My life dream is to eventually hike the 3,100-mile Continental Divide Trail as well, thus completing the so-called Triple Crown of long-distance American hikes. While hiking the PCT will be a mainly solitary experience, I don't plan to keep it all to myself. First, I'll be keeping an online journal of photos and experiences, which I will update from public libraries as I go. I did this while hiking the Appalachian Trail as well, and it was a lot of fun for myself and others. Second, after I finish, I'll be putting together a self-published book, including all of the posts and pictures from my online journal, as well as additional statistics, stories, and reflections. Third, along the way, I'll create some amateur trail art, which I've been doing for a while. It's fun to play around with the environment and see what I can make, while adhering to leave no trace ethics and removing it afterwards. Now, in terms of money, I'm currently a bit in debt. Vancouver is a very expensive city to live in, and while the Canadian education system has helped minimize financial damage, I haven't been able to build up the same surplus as I could before I hiked the Appalachian Trail by teaching English on the side in Taiwan. In order to pull off the PCT, I estimate that I'll need to raise a minimum of $5,500, and ideally more. To break it down, I plan to spend about $1,500 just getting to the trail and back, given that I'll be coming from Halifax on the opposite corner of the continent. I already have some of the gear I'll need, but replacements for worn-out items will come to another $1,500 or so. Food and postage costs will make up my greatest expense, at about $2,000. I plan to do a mix of shopping in towns and mailing food to more remote locations. Finally, after every 10 days or so on the trail, I'll be taking a rest day to recover and update my online journal. Ideally, I'll also have enough money for a room in a hostel with a hot shower. Anyone visiting me will certainly appreciate that. Any additional money I can raise will go towards getting a better camera, eating higher quality food, and just generally taking it easier on myself. Rewards for various levels of donations can be found on my Kickstarter page. I'd really appreciate any help you'd like to offer, whether it's just a few dollars or a few hundred. Thanks a lot for watching.